Morning, this is Brian. Today is Wednesday, August 14th, 2024, and I'm here at the Storm Canyon Vista area. I'm going to see if I can find Oasis Spring. There's a spring nearby this area, and don't really have a lot of information about it, but I'm going to see if I can try to find it today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this use trail down from the Storm Canyon Vista parking and see if I can find it. So this is the Pacific Crest Trail that I'm crossing right now. What I'm supposed to do is find an old road bed that's supposed to go into the hillside nearby. And I'm going to take the PCT for a short distance. I'm going to see if I can find. So this is kind of an exploratory video. It's not a guarantee that I'm going to reach it. So whether I reach it or not, I'm still going to film and release a video, regardless if I find it or not. It might end up just turning out to be a nice little walk along the PCT with insanely good views of Storm Canyon below us. But if I can find Oasis Spring, that would really be cool. I've been wanting to check that one out for a while, actually. So let's see. I guess I'm supposed to find an old abandoned road bed. Let me see if I can actually find that. Okay, here's a little use trail here. So I'm going to take this down and see if I can locate it. It's supposed to be under 2 miles, I believe, in total distance, I believe. It's a little sketchy over here. Watch your step. Okay, let's see. I'm supposed to find an old road bed that's supposed to be relatively followable. So we'll see if I can find that. An old road. And I'm supposed to follow that, and it's supposed to become a little bit of bushwhacking, I think, on parts of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and head down, kind of at a diagonal angle. But it's supposed to be relatively decent to follow. Here's another trail here. I don't think this is part of the PCT. Maybe this will take me down towards the roadbed I'm supposed to get to find. So let's see. Kind of would like to find Oasis Spring today. It would be kind of neat to find that and explore that a bit. It's supposed to be, I believe, this direction. So again, if I end up not finding it and end up in some kind of weird bushwhack, then it'll just be a little adventure video. I would like to find where I'm supposed to go, so I don't have to bushwhack as much. I think I'm completely off track right now, actually. So let's see. This should be interesting. I don't think I'm on track right now, to be honest with you. Let me see. It's supposed to be a road bed, an old road bed. And near the spring, there's supposed to be, no, I don't think right next to it, I think there's supposed to be an old pump house, from what I understand. So let me see if I descend a little bit. Maybe I'll come across this road bed or something. So I'm just going to descend down, descend a little bit, see if I can come across it. I'm trying to think if it's on this side or that side of the ridge. I think it's on this side. Like I said, this could just be a little interesting adventure video that doesn't lead me anywhere that I plan to go. If it doesn't, then I guess it's an oh well situation. At least I tried something different. But right now, so I'm kind of just doing this kind of winging it. Just kind of winging it a little bit. I don't want to lose too much elevation. Especially because I'll have to climb this back up, and I don't want to be doing that in the heat of the day. It's about 9:45 right now. If I did a hike earlier, I was going to include this video with that video. However, it just ended up, it would have ended up being too long of a video, I believe. Ooh, pale silk tassel, Garrya flavescens. But yeah, I would have ended up making a ridiculously long video if I combined the two. So I figured I'd separate them. Yeah, this might be an attempt to find Oasis Spring. This might not work. This might not be it. I mean, the reason why I want to explore it is because it's supposed to be some nice little lush spot here in the Lagunas. Supposed to be a nice little lush spot here in the Laguna Mountains that has a population of some not so common in San Diego County, California bay laurel, Bellaria californica, and also very rare in San Diego County, but common elsewhere here in California, big leaf maple, Acer macrophyllum. Yeah, I'm beginning to think this is not where I'm supposed to go. I don't see any roadbed or anything. It just looks like it goes down, way down into the canyon. So I think maybe this might not be what I need to be doing. Let me just take a few pictures of this stupendous view, because that's one thing that I definitely want to, why I want to add this to my videos, is because this is a very photogenic area. Let me get a few pictures of this beautiful area. So while I'm here, I may as well take in the stupendous view into Storm Canyon that I get from here. Now, the view from up there is pretty good, but down here, we're a little bit closer to the real rugged escarpment of the Lagunas. So I'm going to have a little fun trying to worm my way back up this, but I'll manage. I'll be all right. I've done it before. It's not like I haven't done that kind of stuff. But Storm Canyon, every time I come here, I have to spend some time just appreciating this beautiful yawning chasm underneath us. It's just beautiful. I can imagine this area was carved out with some pretty serious flooding. Probably when the monsoon thunderstorms hit these mountains, must have carved out one heck of a ravine here. And you can see the powerful erosive nature of this part of the Lagunas. If you look over here, you can see this one spot of talus or scree right here, and there's another patch of talus or scree that erodes off of these crags above. So what happens is the rain and wind erosion knocks pieces of the rocks off, and then they end up piling almost like mining debris or mining pilings underneath the cliffs. And that's why you have that's why some mountain ranges you have a lot of scree and talus. And talus and scree are just fields of rock. Basically sloped fields of rock, usually on a slope. And it can be very tedious and very dangerous to hike on, especially if you're trying to climb up or down a mountain. Especially the looser scree. The smaller, usually scree, I would picture more of being the smaller, looser rocks, and the larger stuff would be more talus, like the larger rocks and even boulders. Like some mountain peaks, you have to climb talus fields to get to the top. Mount Whitney, I think, is one of them. I think Mount Whitney's got a talus field that you got to climb. Olancha Peak in the Sierras is supposed to have a nice huge, actually a pretty decent stretch of talus boulder scrambling, at least class 2, maybe some class 3 spots to get up to the top of that one as well. But yeah, I'm thinking that maybe, I don't see an area that looks like it would be flat, like an old flat road bed. So maybe I should go back up to the PCT, follow that and see. Just go a short distance because I don't really want to expend a lot of extra energy as it's starting to get warm out here. It's not too bad right now. It's not too bad, but I think if I don't make it over there, I am going to research it a little bit more, pinpoint it better on Google Earth and the topo maps, and also do a little more beta. Because there is at least a hiking blog or two about hiking to Oasis Spring, and it's supposed to be a relatively followable road bed. Then some spots is overgrown and you have to bushwhack or wade or whatever. But it's supposed to be a pretty good route to get there. So I guess I'll hike back up to the PCT, get back up to the trail, see if I can locate it. All right, I'm gonna go back up this, catch you on the next clip. All right, back at the trail. Just follow this for a little bit and see, whoa, if I can find what I'm trying to find up here. Here I am along the PCT, just looking around, trying to see if I can find any sign of an old roadbed. I'm going to do it from here on the PCT as opposed to down there. I'm pretty sure this is I'm back on the PCT. So let's see. Ooh, scarlet bugler. Penstemon centranthifolius. The other penstemon, which I believe is Penstemon labrosus, it's a smaller one with narrower leaves, smaller leaves too, smaller, narrower leaves, is blooming right now. Ooh, here's a mirabilis. I wonder if this is Mirabilis multiflora. It's a type of a 4 o'clock. Get a picture too of this. Noticing some non-native plants here too, like this right here. This is called puncture vine or goat's head. This is Tribulus terrestris. It's actually in the same family as the creosote bush, but this is an annual herb that's not native to Southern California, whereas creosote bush is a perennial native shrub that is most certainly native to California. These are all called puncture vines because the fruits are these really hardened burrs that can potentially even damage tires, especially bicycle tires. But you step on one of those, it's gonna hurt. I'm getting flies biting my hands right now. Starting to have a repeat of Cuyamaca. This one fly keeps landing on me, bit my hand, kind of stings a little bit. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a short little walk. If I don't see any sign of what I'm trying to find, I'll just chalk this up to an adventure, a little short adventure, to complement my earlier hiking video. Well, there we go. be your brown spine prickly pear. Going along these drier, sunnier slopes here in the lagunas. So Puntia Fayacantha. I don't think there's any roadbed around here. Pretty sure this is just the PCT, yeah. Thanks for a nice adventure. Oh, this one's got new pads. This one here. See these little green things sticking out? Those are actual cactus leaves. When the pads are new, they're just developing, get these little cylindrical protuberances. Those are actual leaves. Then what happens is they shrivel away and dry away and disintegrate. And then what's left are the spines. Then there'll be spines there. Spines are also, those spines are actually also considered to be modified leaves as well. Okay, look at this little shady oasis. Right in this small thicket of canyon live oak. Look at this. This is nice. Wow, this is very nice. Probably bet you people probably pitch tents here to camp along the side of the trail at night. There's a nice little shady oasis here. It's getting warm out. It's not brutally hot or anything, but it's warming up. It's supposed to be up in the lower 80s today, so it's supposed to be much cooler than it has been, and cooler than it will be. We're back up in the mid 80s tomorrow, and then upper 80s to around 90 pretty much the rest of the month. That's why I'm here today. The coolest day up in the mountains just happened to fall on my day off, or my first of 2 days off, where I usually do the hiking. So where I'm living, it's still hot and humid and nasty. It's been in the 90s. It's gonna stay in the 90s, basically, except for maybe upper 80s over the weekend with some less humidity. It's definitely been muggy down in the lowlands. Very muggy. Yeah, it's just like what I predicted. Summer after an El Nino rainy season is usually pretty hot, pretty cruddy. Here's more of that 4 o'clock. Very nice. So yeah, I'm not too sure if this is gonna lead me where I want to go, but if this doesn't, then I'll do a little more research for a future video where I do actually go to that oasis. I do want to see it. Again, it's supposed to be big leaf maple reported around there, and also California bay laurel, which are two very uncommon species in San Diego County. Orange, LA, San Bernardino counties, much more common actually. And in the Santa Ana, the riverside portion of the Santa Ana Mountains, Riverside County, has a lot of big leaf maple too, I believe. I know the coastal side, the Orange County side does. All right. So this will be probably more of an attempt to find the route as opposed to legit finding it. Let me see over here. That's the PCT. Let me see about this. This might be an old roadbed. Maybe this is it. This leads me over there? Great. Very, very neat here. Earlier hike, I was in the mixture of montane meadow and Jeffrey pine forest, Jeffrey pine and black oak forest, which is very nice. I think this is a roadbed. Looks wide enough for one. So let's see if this leads to Oasis Spring. I'm gonna go ahead and keep maneuvering along this and keep you updated. We have the wind. This little hill. I was going to try to climb earlier, peak 5868, but I decided not to go. There's supposed to be some endangered plant and animal habitat, so I tried to kind of leave that alone. We're just walking along this ridge top, small ridge, which is helping keep me cool. Where I wanted to go. I followed what I think might be a road bed. Here's a very interesting looking Very interesting looking. I'm trying to see if I can make out what this is. Very interesting looking. Got some slightly lobed leaves on it. Some of the leaves are slightly lobed. Some of them are. I'm not too sure. I don't think this is Cornelius Mulleri, but it might have Cornelius Mulleri. What comes of this little ridgeline block here? This is like a little bit of a slight chaparral weed over here, which is not bad. A little bushwhack. Trying to see if I've started falling what looked like it might have been a road bed, but I kind of broke off of that kind of prematurely to hike along this, just to check it out and see what's going on. It's really nice up here. And a nice breeze. Definitely keeping the temperatures down, or the apparent temperatures down. It's very nice. This might have been a little break back in the day. When I go back, I'll just follow this ridge top. I think the PCT's now all the way over there. You can see a trail over there. I think it's the PCT. I want to see about this for a little while. Just want to walk along the ridge line. See if I can find my way to the spring. We'll see. So, Sunrise Highway's over there now. I think I'm going the right way. This has been a fairly open, almost like an old road bed, getting over here so far. Just want to see what's up ahead. It looks like it's kind of closing in over here. That looks like the PCT there. I think I can see. Yeah, I can see where it is. I can see it. I can see where Oasis Spring would be. So it's down there. I can see what it looks like. Here. Yeah, actually that's the roadbed down there. So my deal is, I should have probably stayed on the PCT to get down there. So this might be more like a scouting expedition as opposed to an actual Oasis Springs. Where there's a spring, there's usually lush stuff. I see what looks like a road bed down there too. Yeah, down there is a road bed. follow this a short distance and see if I can get down there from here. But I can see the roadbed from here. I can see the road. So the roadbed's way down there. So I must have probably needed to follow the PCT a mile more before branching off. Otherwise, I'll have to climb back up this. And that won't be so much fun, having to climb back up this. But if I get down that road, I'll be good. From here, it looks like it's going to be a bushwhack, though. So yeah, the PCT, I guess what my challenge would have been was to get to the PCT and then find out where to drop down to that road. Probably would have been a more prudent idea. That's where Oasis Spring is, somewhere in there. I was wondering if I should continue trying to hike down this. So I have kind of bushwhacked my way down this a little bit. Starting to turn pretty serious over here. Now I'm even getting through some mountain mahogany, and I was okay there. But now I'm getting into some scrub oak. So close to it too. That's the sad thing about it. I don't know if I should really keep doing this or just turn back before I make things worse on myself. Let me see here. Look at this ledge here and see what's good. Try to work my way up this a little bit. Yeah, this is kind of not what I really envisioned doing. I'm so close to it. There it is right there, too. I think I'm going to go ahead and chalk this up to a scouting expedition. And then next time, see if I can find a better way to get down to that. And see how that would work out for me. I think I'm just going to go ahead and climb back up over this and see if I can get back to the ridge line before I lose too much elevation. All right, well, I guess I'm going to turn back and chalk this up to a scouting expedition. So now I know where it is visually. I could kind of see where it was on Google Earth, and I saw it on the topo maps. I wasn't exactly sure how I would actually hike to get there, because I heard about a roadbed starting at the Vista. So I guess what I'll do is I'll go up this, back up to the ridge line. We'll looks like the bushwhacking shouldn't be too bad over here. And then just maybe look into it another time. Let's make a mission just to go visit the spring. Check out, see what's over there. I can tell those lighter green shrubby plants over there are going to be Bellaria californica, California bay laurel. But I actually wanted to see if there are any big leaf maples left over there. Just curious. So, I'm going to go ahead and just start heading back up this and start heading back on that ridge line. Just work my way back. It's pretty easy going on the ridge. Just might have to sway around a few shrubs here and there. It's not too bad actually. From this vantage point, we get closer to the ravine. We're going to start bushwhacking quite a bit. And I'm really not in the mood to do that today. Or at least off-trail bushwhacking. There's supposed to be some bushwhacking along the road. I can kind of see where it's overgrown, but it's probably more doable than completely off-trail. Alright, see you back up on the ridge for more updates. Before I start going back up, I want to do a little reference pointing. So, I have hiked in the area in the general vicinity before because I've done hikes from Storm Canyon Vista area. I've done a few hikes from there and a few videos. I've also been on some of these peaks here too. Right there. Back in the end of January, I did a hike up to Garnet Peak and several other summits too. And that's one of them there. It's Peak 5680. And that's going over towards Peak 5663. And then Garnet Peak will be a little further north from that area. So that was a really nice hike here in the Laguna. Did a fair amount of off-trail hiking. No extreme bushwhacking, but a lot of waiting like this. Waiting for smaller shadows. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get back into the ridge and head back to the car and just chalk this up to a safety expedition. Alright, see you along the way. Alright, so I'm back up on the ridge, the more open terrain up here. Wasn't too bad getting up here though. Wasn't too bad. Just some waiting. Nothing too bad. More densely packed than this, but nothing more than what I'm doing right this second. Pushing through some lower growing shrubs. Not too bad. So yeah, probably a wise decision not to approach it from this angle. If it were winter and we're much colder, I'd feel more confident in doing it because I do think about rattlesnakes being in the brush. So think about that. Keep that in mind as I am checking out trails. Yeah, it's a pretty cool open ridge line. Much easier walking. A little steep coming up, but yeah, I haven't dealt with before. Nothing I haven't dealt with before, and nothing I will eventually do again. I'll eventually do more off-trail travels. So I did get a little cross-country hiking in today. Like I said, it would have been a little bit more of a route finding exercise, getting down to that ravine. Where the road is, that would have definitely been a bigger bushwhack. The shrubs are getting taller, but tightly packed. And again, being that it is summer and sunny, rattlesnakes. So I'm trying to think of my own safety. So I'm following this. Looks like an old field break or something. Pretty easy to follow. Easy to get back to. say that. Let's say, so I didn't really plan it out as well as I should have. Consider it more of a scouting exercise. Almost on the top of this ridge. I'll take a quick summit selfie here, so just for the heck of it. Maybe navigate my way PCT. But it's easy, it's widely spaced out up here, so it's not really a bushwhack or anything. I'm so glad there's a breeze today. It's really helping me out. It's not even really a hot day either. It's in the 70s right now. Probably mid 70s. Definitely less than what it's going to be later. Probably be around 80. 82 degrees probably for the high temperature up here. That temperature is probably a little bit higher up on Mount Laguna at about 5,900 feet. The town area of Mount Laguna is about 5,900 feet roughly, just under 6,000 feet. There you go again with brown spine prickly pear, or Mojave prickly pear. Yeah, Mount Laguna is a pretty good place to find it. So is the Desert Divide of the San Jacinto Mountains. It's another good place to find Punta Flamingo. Yeah, it's a cool ridgeline. I kind of like it. I like it up here actually. Pretty beautiful. So I'm kind of glad, even if I didn't find Oasis Spring, at least I could film the effort of navigating towards it on a video. I think it worked out pretty well. So made for some pretty nice scenery. So I'm just going to keep following this fuel break until I either reach the PCT, Storm Canyon Vista, or Sunrise Highway, whichever comes first. I'm navigating right towards Storm Canyon, almost Storm Canyon Vista. Actually, you can't see it now, but when I was just over the hill there a little bit, I could see it really nearby, not that far from it. Probably just a few more minutes of walking should get me over there. It's a little more open over here, so it's a little faster walking for me. I was thinking this was going to be the old road bed, but no, this is maybe an old road bed, but not the old road bed I was thinking about. Again, you can see it on my previous clips, looking down the hill, down in that canyon, in that little ravine, that little corner of the greater Storm Canyon area. And one good thing about this little adventure, it's got some pretty good views of Storm Canyon. See, now I'm back on the PCT. Just found the PCT. So I'll be able to take this the rest of the way back. So that was the first thing I found. Therefore, I'm hiking this. In fact, just over there, you can kind of see it. Maybe about a quarter or a third of a mile away. So it should be easy breezy, simple walking, going back. That's also a sign for the PCT over there too. Seems like it splits off a lot. Okay. Well, I'll see you back over, probably back over by where I'm parked pretty soon. Okay, what I thought was the PCT. It was more of a use trail coming back to the highway. I'm back on the highway actually. So the PCT did cut through that area, but I think what I ended up actually hiking was on a use trail that intersects the PCT. There's where Storm Canyon Vista area is. Should be over there pretty soon actually, within about 2 or 3 minutes. Good old Storm Canyon. This area never fails to just give me a sense of awe every time I look at this area. There's Garnet Peak up there. Garnet Peak, Peak 6663, Peak 5680. Yeah, Peak 5663. Yeah, that's the area I hiked back in January. Alright, well, I'll be back over there momentarily to wrap this video up. Alright, I'm just about back in my car here at Storm Canyon Vista. This will be my last clip of the day. So let's just go up to the little podium here, or a little vista point. See, why do people have to do that? Why? Why do people have to do that? Come on. Welcome to the Cleveland National Forest. From the valleys to the pines. Yeah, this is the Laguna Mountain Recreation Area. Probably won't see it very well on camera because it's... Oh! Just got a shock touching that. Woohoo! Here's an old one. Oh, and it's even got viewpoints of the peaks. Okay. So I'm guessing that mountain way off in the haze is supposed to be Black Butte. Kind of in the center there. 4,495 feet. And the one next to it is Pilot Mountain. That's right of Whale Peak right there. Okay. I guarantee you that's got to be off in Imperial County somewhere. Has some good views up here, I'll tell you. Very good views up here. Santa Rosa Peak is not 9,701 feet. There are no mountain peaks in the Santa Rosa Mountains that are that high. In fact, Toro Peak is 8,716 feet, but there's like an 8,300 foot sub-peak next to it. Yeah, Santa Rosa Mountain, okay, so that's looking out towards Toro Peak right there at 8,716. And then that to the left of it is Santa Rosa Mountain, and that's 8,070 feet about. It's about 8,070 feet. So yeah, the one on the right, the higher one, is 8,716 foot Toro Peak, which is the highest peak. There are no peaks in the Santa Rosa Mountains that get above 9,000 feet, that get higher than 8,716 foot Toro Peak, for that matter. But, so, pretty good views. So yeah. Was it Pilot Rock or Pilot Mountain? What was the name of that one? Or Black Butte. Yeah, Black Butte. Black Butte. I could see it way out there. I could tell. Yeah, so that was Black Butte. I'm guessing that's out in Imperial County. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to look that up out of curiosity. If there's ever a way I can hike up to it, that'd even be better. You know me. All right, this is going to do it for my video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed me trying to scout out the Oasis Spring area. I do like to visit springs because there's a lot of lush botanical awesomeness around them. So hopefully next time I'm in the area, I'm probably going to park here and go for it again. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video as I scouted out some potential future hiking expeditions while getting in a nice little hiking expedition of my own while doing it. And thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.